Dun, 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 dun. Ba-dum, dun, 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 dun.
Welcome to Half Pod Will Travel. I'm Mike Milan.
I'm Dana Henson.
Do it. It is the 2 days after the 4th of July. What'd you do?
What did I do? I worked.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Really great.
I wish I could say I had something more exciting to report, but no, I work over at the Mill Casino Hotel, and they do fireworks every year on the 3rd of July.
Yeah, I remember that.
And
What is it with like people not doing stuff on the 4th? Like it seems like everyone like isn't doing things on the 4th anymore. It's like, oh, we have a celebration from July 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd. Like
it's weird, yeah. There was fireworks going on all 3 days. There were fireworks on the 4th in Coos Bay, but
Yeah.
like there are fireworks everywhere else, like on the 2nd and the 3rd. I think even the 1st. So it's really odd that like it's kind of just become the explosion weekend
Right.
and not really like a celebration of independence
the
or anything.
explosion weekend.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into the politics of the 4th of July. I
Oh,
don't really
right.
care about. Like I remember on Memorial Day, there was like a bunch of like angry Facebook posts like, "You don't even know what Memorial Day is for." It's like, who gives a shit? Like holidays don't mean anything anymore.
Yeah.
Like
they're just a day off to
right.
most
That's
people.
exactly
Yeah.
that's it. It's the day I can't go to the post office. That's what that means to me. Like, yeah, holidays of I don't really give a shit about them.
I hold a little more sincerity with holidays.
I did when I was a kid. I loved them. Like I remember when I was a kid, like nothing meant more to me than my birthday and Christmas, and I'd be so excited where like I'd make myself throw up basically. Like
Yeah.
on Christmas Eve, I'd be so excited. And now like just because I think I've gotten just a little bit cynical because I usually work most holidays. So for me, it's just like, oh, it's just the day I'm getting overtime or whatever. But
Yeah.
I actually did have a really good 4th though. My day started off kind of weird. So today officially marks my 4th week of no tobacco.
Hey.
I haven't smoked, nothing like that.
Congrats.
And, thanks. So on the 4th, I was outside and I was putting coolant in my car. And okay, let me back up a little bit. I have neighbors in my apartment complex. Most people do, but I hate these fucking neighbors. They're the fucking worst.
You told me a little bit about them.
Yeah, they're just meth heads and they're really crazy, and I really hate them to death. And so my first encounter with them was within my first week of moving into my apartment. In front of my apartment and their apartment, there's like 7 parking spots. And myself and my girlfriend, we both have separate cars, so we took up 2 parking spots. And we invited Andy Moe to come over and watch. We were watching Horace and Pete.
Oh, nice.
And, yeah, and so I invited Andy over, and like we're watching Horace and Pete, and all of a sudden like we hear like some honking, like honk honk honk, and we're like, it's kind of a weird sound effect for the show. Like they're kind of just like in a bar, like why would you hear that? And anyway, so like, and then a few minutes go by, all of a sudden there's a loud pounding at my door, bonk 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 bonk. I'm like, fuck, dude, like it sounded like it was like the most aggressive knocking possible, and so I go and I open the door. And it's just like this woman who just reeks of alcohol, just fucking reeks of just booze. And like she starts yelling at me. As soon as I open the door, she starts yelling. And I can't even make out what she's saying because she's just like, you're fucking my fucking spot. Like just fucking screaming. And like, I got instantly just, my switch just flipped. I got really fucking pissed off. And I was telling her, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, tell me what's wrong. Like, you're just screaming and cursing. What is it? And she goes, there's a car in my fucking spot. I've lived here for 3 fucking years. I'm like, so what? Like, it's a parking spot. Like, fuck off, And she starts yelling and screaming. And, like, I'm just like, Andy. It was Andy's car that was in her spot, technically. And I'm like, Andy, just move your car so this bitch shuts the fuck up. So Andy is like, my girlfriend's like freaked out because she's like, I'm dealing with like this screaming drunk person, and Andy's just like, what the fuck, like, come on, like. So Andy, does the right thing and he moves his car. I don't know if that's the right thing in the situation. That was the right thing.
It diffused the situation,
right? Because it's not like there are reserved spots; it's completely open parking. And so Andy goes to move his car, and I'm like, she's still screaming and yelling, and it's like midnight, like almost 1 a.m. I'm telling her, shut up, shut up, shut up. All of a sudden, my neighbor opens his door, and like, this must be your husband or something. And I don't know if he was yelling at me or his wife, but he goes, shut the fuck up. And like I was like, this is I stopped in my own head. I'm like, this is the most like white trash thing I've ever been through in my entire life. And like, so like, I didn't know if he was talking to me or not. So he's just kind of yelling like, shut the fuck up. Like he says like 6 times. And then I'm like, all right, well, I'm probably going to get in a fight right now. Because he's probably yelling at me because I'm yelling at his wife. So I go over to him because like, I wasn't going over there to like fight him. I was going over there to be like, hey, this just happened out of nowhere. Like, look at what she's doing. Like I was just in my house watching a movie. So I go up to his doorstep and like, as soon as he saw me, he immediately changed his tune. He like had his hand out to like shake my hand. He was like, I'm sorry about this. I'm sorry about this. Like, and I'm just like, yeah, what was that? And he's like, oh, we've lived here for like 3 years. That's always been her spot. And I'm like, okay, I guess. Like, and he's like, I'm sorry about this. And then eventually, like, it all just kind of ended. But like, I went back in the house and like me, Andy, and Chloe were sitting on the couch and we're just like, what the fuck was that? Like, who freaks out about? And the funny thing is, there are other open spots.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not like her fucking face is painted on the floor of this spot. You know what I mean? It's not like it was like Tweaker's spot. It just it was really annoying. So a couple months go by and they bought another car. So now the husband has a car, the wife has a car, and there's a third car. And it's like, I can't even park in that spot anymore because that car doesn't move. They like bought this car like just to like be in that spot. So I got to park in the adjacent parking lot to get to my house. So it's kind of like, it's a little bit of like a fuck you kind of, because I was like, you're freaking out about this spot, and then you buy a third fucking car
Just
like,
to keep their spot.
For what? Yeah, exactly. So okay, now fast forward 6 months later, all the way to July, and I'm putting coolant in my car. And like I said, remember, it's this is just a couple days ago. Today marks my 4th week of no tobacco. Keep that in mind. It's a crucial story. So I'm putting coolant in my car, and the husband comes out of his house and is walking over to me, and he's got a bunch of like sparklers in his hands, like not unlit sparklers. And like I'm putting coolant in my car and all that, and I have a nice car, you know. Most people kind of always like stare at my car, and he comes over to me as I'm filling up my coolant, and he's like, he goes, "Hey man, you got a lighter?" And I'm like, "No." And he goes, "Come on, man, I just saw you light up a cigarette." And I'm like, "What?" Like, no, you didn't see me light up a cigarette. I don't smoke. And that's the truth. I mean, I haven't smoked. I don't even have a lighter on me. He's like, "I just saw you light up a cigarette, man." And like, I started getting upset because it's like, this guy's like trying to confront me. He's got these fucking sparklers in his hand. So I'm just like, dude, like, fuck off. Like, I don't have a lighter on me. Like, I don't even smoke. Like, get out of here. He's like, "You sure you don't got a lighter, man?" Like, he's starting to like chuckle and stuff. And I'm like, "No, dude, I don't have a lighter." I'm like, "Go light that stuff on your stove." And he's like, "Oh, that's a good idea." And he turns around and walks away. I'm like, this is my first memory of 4th of July. It's like, I woke up and I'm like, oh, we're probably going to go to some places today. Like, I mean, I always check out my car, like make sure that my fluids are up. I'm just like trying to do the right thing. Yeah. And it's just like, it's just like, you come up to me and say, you just saw me light a cigarette. Like, where is the cigarette then? If I just lit it, where's the cigarette? You know what I mean? Like, it just, he was probably high on meth or something. Yeah. But I don't know if he lit him on a stove or not, but I hope he did. Yeah, because I'm like, go light him on your stove.
You just come back home, the place is burned down.
Yeah, I got insurance. I don't give a fuck, you know? But it's just like, I'm like, wow, this is going to be a great 4th of July. So me and Chloe, we go out and we got some stuff for lunch or something like that. And I called Andy and I was like, "Hey, Andy, we want to go for a hike today." Because I was like, you know, let's go do something active. Let's go try to have some fun. So we call Andy up. And we go to what was it? It was like Bottle Slough, Basket Slough. I don't fucking know. I wasn't really paying attention. It's called like Basket Slough. It's official Basket Slough, which is in Dallas, not Texas, but Oregon.
I was gonna say long drive.
We went all the way to Dallas. No, so we went on a hike, and I'm so fucking out of shape, dude. So going up, so basically this hike leads up to this lookout point. And, like, going up was easy. I mean, it was all uphill, which sucked, but I was doing all right, you know. And then on the way back, it's like, as soon as we started heading back, it just, like, my asshole just got, like, so sweaty. It was so uncomfortable on the way back. And, like, I was chafing, like, all the way back.
It's funny you mentioned that. Like, I feel like that's one of the main reasons why, like, I don't work out more often. Because when you're out of shape, that seems to happen.
Yeah, just like your asshole just turns into, like, pudding. It just, like, it's like your asshole isn't even solid anymore.
It's so horrible. And that's so discouraging because you're like, I want to get in shape. And then that happens. And you're like, I can't, like, I have to recover, right? And, like,
exactly. Yeah. So, and the story doesn't end. It gets worse. So, like, and basically like because I'm just a sweaty mess downstairs, like my ass cheeks are just getting like more and more like chafed. Is that the right word? Is it chafing?
Yeah. When they're rubbing together. And
oh god, yeah. And I was like, damn, I was like, this is getting really unpleasant. So as soon as I get home, the first thing I do is like I go and shower and all that, get all cleaned up, and I put some Gold Bond on my ass.
That's what I use. Yeah,
some Gold Bond on my ass.
We should be the official endorsers of Gold Bond.
If we could get a Gold Bond sponsor out of this, that'd be fucking incredible.
Because we're upfront, like they don't say it on their advertising, but it's
just for sweaty asshole.
That's
what Gold Bond is for.
It's asshole.
You got
medicine.
a sweaty asshole, throw some Gold Bond on there, get on with your day, fatty. Like,
and it works. It's perfect.
Yeah. And I was thinking, like, on my hike up, I'm like, this isn't so fucking bad. Like, I quit smoking. I'm going uphill. Like, I'm hiking right now. Then on the way back, it's like, fuck fitness. Like, my asshole's on fire. Like,
worst fourth ever.
Yeah, exactly. So we go and shower. Then me, Andy, and Chloe go to the store. And Chloe's like, I want to barbecue today. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, that's a great idea. Fucking America. Let's barbecue. Well, so we have to buy one. So she goes and she buys a grill, and we buy propane, and like we buy ingredients, and it comes to like a $200 like dinner total basically. Because we bought high quality hamburgers and hot dogs. Like we didn't just buy like bar S bullshit.
Anything like deals going on for fourth, like because I imagine a lot of people.
No, like you would think the grills and shit would be discounted, but no, man, we paid full price for that shit.
Hey, you love America, you gotta pay.
Yeah, no shit. So that was kind of fun. So then on our way back, we're like, oh, well, we should probably get some fireworks. So we were like, okay, well, Andy, you can start putting together the grill. Oh, okay, because we went to Walmart to buy the grill.
Oh, okay.
And then we dropped Andy and the grill off at my house. We're like, we're going to go to Roth's for the produce because Roth's has like really good meats and their prices are pretty reasonable. So we drop Andy off and he's assembling the grill. And Chloe and I go to another supermarket to go get the meats. So basically, Andy like calls me and is like, hey, like we need like a Phillips screwdriver to assemble this grill. And if you're hearing a sloshing noise, the dog in the studio is drinking water.
That's me. I'm just taking a drink.
Just lapping up your water. So I don't know if you can hear it or not, but it's really distracting.
Yeah, it's all good. This dog has been. It's like we should just chronicle like all the events of Andy's dog Mara during our recording session. She's been licking my hand for like 30 seconds when we started, and I just had to like try and ignore it, but my hand's like
it's
soaking
just so
wet.
Distracting.
Yeah,
like
and now she's under the table right now, and she's sniffing my shoes. Yeah.
Anyway,
and she has a strong tail. When she whacks you with your tail, it's like you get bruises.
Yeah,
like
it hurts. Anyway, just trying to get back on track.
Phillips screwdriver.
Yeah, so he tells me we need a Phillips screwdriver, and Chloe and I like get into like almost a fist fight because we're fighting about. Do we have a screwdriver? And I mean, it wasn't really like that bad of a fight, but we were just like, fuck, like, do we just go to Walmart now, or do we just go and see if we have one? And we decided to go home and see if we had one, and luckily we did. So Andy was able to assemble the grill. We got the grill all hooked up. They were like, all right, now let's go get fireworks. So rather than to do all this in one trip, we made like 3 separate trips to get all the stuff done. But we went and we bought some fireworks. We spent like $30 on fireworks, and we thought we had like some pretty good stuff. We had like a couple big ones, and we had like some little fireworks and shit like that. And then, we have our barbecue and all that, and all is good in the world. And then we set off our fireworks, and it's like every year I am more and more let down by fireworks. Like they just get worse. I think
they get more expensive and they get worse. Like they downgrade. Like they're basically noisemakers now. Yeah, they don't even really do anything.
Even like I'd say about 30% of our fireworks didn't even light, and then the other 70% were just completely fucking useless. Like,
yeah,
like we had sparklers. I swear to God, I lit 6 sparklers. Only one of my sparklers actually sustained a sparkle. God. Like it was so stupid. It's like, why do we do this? Mm-hmm. It's like I get that they gotta like make them safe and all that, so like reducing like gunpowder and all that. But at the same time, it's like, if you're gonna blow your thumb off, like the most American way to do it is on 4th of July.
Exactly. Like, it's almost like a rite of passage if to be an American.
Right. Even like NFL football players like blowing their hands off on 4th of July. I don't know if you heard about that. Like a wide receiver lost his finger.
That's great.
Like that finger helps him secure like hundreds and hundreds. Like, I don't know about not hundreds of millions, but tens of millions of dollars. Yeah. And he lost his fucking finger lighting off a firework.
Oh, dude.
Like that awesome. Finger, like that's how he catches the football.
Yeah.
Like, oh man. But he's an NFL star, so they're probably like gonna sew on like a golden finger. Or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say a bionic one. Like they're experimenting technology.
They just take off his entire arm and put a robot arm on him.
Might as well just start from scratch.
Like now I'm gonna catch every ball.
The first, what's his name?
He plays for the New York Giants. His name was Yikes! What was
'Cause
that?
I was gonna
fool's
say
name?
we need to keep tabs on him to see if he's the first bionic football player.
Bionic football player,
Oh,
the wave of
that'd
the
be great.
future.
Yeah.
It's not Odell Beckham Jr., but it's another one of their wide receivers, but I can't remember. But yeah, so anyway, what I'm trying to say was that the fireworks are a huge fucking letdown.
Yeah.
And then we're like, okay, well, we got to do something to kind of pick up our spirits. So we decided to watch The Witch, which is like the most harrowing, like despairing movie you can watch.
Like most people would be watching Independence Day or go to the theaters to see Independence Day 2. But yeah, you choose The Witch, which is kind of interesting.
It just like destroys your soul.
Mm-hmm.
But so we watched The Witch, and then Andy leaves, and it's like 2 a.m. by this time, and I'm in bed with Chloe, and I'm like, my ass is really burning. And she's like, really? I'm like, it's like it really, really hurts. And she's like, well, go put some powder on it. I'm like, I think I'm gonna put some of this lotion on it because there's some Gold Bond lotion. I think I'm gonna try that. So, and it's Gold Bond, so I'm like, oh, it'll probably be even better.
Yeah.
So I put it on my ass, and it takes everything I have to not scream in agony. Like I'm rubbing it like on my cheeks, and like she's like, it's gonna burn. I think maybe you shouldn't do that. I'm already halfway like rubbing this stuff in my ass. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh my fucking God. She goes, what? I'm like, it burns so fucking bad. So I run into the bathroom. I start wiping off all the lotion. And I'm putting powder on it. I'm just like creating like this cake, basically. And like, it just like searing
plaster.
pain. Yeah, I might as well have been wiping with toilet paper that was on fire. Like, it just searing my ass. And like, I'm like literally taking everything I have to not scream out in agony. So I hop in the shower and I'm viciously scrubbing my ass. Like, oh my God, this burns so bad. And like, God bless Chloe, but she doesn't get up to check on me. She's still in bed, just like laughing her ass off. And I'm viciously, like angrily, aggressively upset at myself, scrubbing my ass. And then I go and I lay in bed. She's already half asleep. And I'm like, that was really painful. She goes, well, I tried telling you. I'm like, you didn't tell me till the stuff was slathered on my ass already. But
Until it was turning your ass inside out.
dude, I felt like it was literally like sitting on a hot stove.
Oh God!
Like it's like this instant searing pain. There
When
must
you're-
be some alcohol or something in that lotion because
I think it's
split me
intended
into-
to coat before you're chafed, so that way it like coats and protects. I think is
Right.
Yeah, but after the fact, it just digs in.
And like I'm a bigger guy and I'm trying to
Yeah.
get healthy, and that's one of the things where it's like that's gonna be an obstacle.
Yeah.
Because that ass burn is terrible.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
And nobody's like really explored that as
No,
far as like
there needs to be a celebrity who like endorses ass chafing.
John Goodman. I don't know why he loses weight sometimes.
Well,
Like,
dude, it's like yeah, John Goodman. I can see that guy having a really chafed asshole.
yeah.
Like he needs to be like, this is Gold Bond Super Chafe. Like I'm John Goodman. Maybe you've seen me in hits like Blues Brothers 2000 or Coyote Ugly. And John Goodman's listening. He's gonna be so pissed. He's like, you picked those two fucking movies.
The worst movie he's in.
We need to make a commercial. We need to write a script and we need to send it to John Goodman. And
Representing Gold Bond.
yes, exactly.
We could just like Photoshop the Gold Bond logo and pretend it's letterhead and just
Yes.
make it look really legit.
And then offer him like, how much do we offer him? How much would John Goodman take? I bet
Gold Bond for life.
Gold Bond for life. We'd have to send him Gold Bond for life.
I could buy a bottle every lotion and the powder like every month.
Yeah,
Like,
send him a little care package.
yeah, we could do that.
Plus, we would know John Goodman's address, so that'd be cool.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah. So my 4th of July was good.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
just with the fireworks, the way I see it, I think at the casino, like because every year at the casino they do this big fireworks show, and I think the turnout gets bigger and bigger every year. And I
Right.
think not only just because it's a good fireworks show, but also just because I think more and more families are realizing that it's like $80 to buy a package of fireworks
Yes.
now. All of them suck.
They really do.
They mostly just make noise. The kids are disappointed. The parents are disappointed and bored. Like, why not just like drive like 5 minutes to see an actual like legit fireworks show?
Right, absolutely.
You know, like
the only thing that's worth buying are poppets,
yeah,
because I mean the poppets are pretty much a guaranteed success. They hit a hard surface, they pop. They're 60 cents a box.
yeah.
It's just like everything else there fucking suck. Dude.
You know what ones I never understood?
Lay it on me.
The
Are you gonna say the snakes?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
snakes.
dude, we had snakes, man.
you light them on the sidewalk, and they basically just turn into burnt turds on the sidewalk.
And the funny thing is
Like-
that if you do it at night, you can't even see them because the snakes don't light up. It's just
Yeah.
black ash that turns into a fucking.
Yeah.
It looks like just shit.
and that's
yeah,
all
it's
you
like,
get.
wow, we bought snakes. Like, we thought they'd light up and slither around
Yeah.
and do cool shit.
And
no.
the packaging's all colorful, and they're like the snakes like
It's like
zipping
snakes!
around. Yeah, yeah.
Snakes! Like, oh my. And then, like, one of them, the box I had, there's a couple different designs on them. My snakes had sombreros on them.
Oh,
Yeah, so I
wow.
was like, oh, these are like cool
Upgrades.
Mexican snakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they was shit. It's so stupid. Like, the fireworks are just getting worse and worse every fucking year, I swear to God.
There was something I actually, it was kind of nice because on 4th of July is actually kind of a good day to work. The fireworks are on 3rd of July at the casino because it was busy, but like there wasn't much to do at the hotel.
Yeah.
So it was kind of nice to like, there's a big crowd, you're talking to people, and then when the fireworks starts, like basically everything stops for the next 20-30 minutes.
Right.
And that's pretty cool. Like normally like you're
It's like taking like a paid break.
yeah, exactly. Like normally you're like, oh, like grab this blanket, get this person's luggage, like go get some like food.
Yeah.
Like,
Did you say what you did?
I'm a bellman. Yeah, a bell boy.
Bell boy. Go and get the blankets now.
Go
bell
and get the
boy.
bloody luggage now. For Who fans out there.
Yeah, right.
Um,
all -3 of them listening to our
right,
show.
right. And so normally, yeah, I'm running around the hotel doing just like tasks, whatever needs to be done.
Have you had to plunge a toilet yet?
I had to once.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, but it's
Somebody
actually it's not my job in my job description to do it, but I did it once.
Are you one of
because-
those employees? That's not in my job description.
I'm not one of those because the other guy that I was working with was, and he didn't want to do it. That's
Does he
why
make
I
like
did
10
it.
cents more an hour than you do?
He
'Cause
does.
has, like plunge toilets.
Yeah. No, well, actually, no. He basically the bellman that has seniority over me. Basically didn't want to do it. And
He's a bell man. You're a bell boy.
yeah, well, officially,
Is
our
there like
title-
a bar mitzvah process where you
Yeah.
become a man? Like,
yeah. You have to. There's a whole like dance party and like you wear.
They
a little,
put you on a chair.
yeah, you run a chair and they hold it in like the
Bell
cover.
boy bar mitzvah.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I'm looking forward to it. I just got a couple more months, but anyway,
Sorry, dude. Bell boy bar mitzvah. What the fuck?
But anyway, what I was gonna say is normally like I have a pretty physical job running around,
Right.
But in that 20-30 minutes, it was really kind of special because I was outside and I was just looking at the fireworks, and I have a radio on, so if I'm needed, they'll call me on the radio.
Oh,
but-
really? Like you're all dialed in?
oh yeah, totally.
Like an Agent Smith? Like you have a thing in your ear?
No, just on my chest, I have like a radio. It's attached, like Iron Man.
Big like metal boombox
yeah.
attached to your flesh.
But anyway, yeah, I was just like, I was looking up in the sky watching these fireworks, and it was kind of cool, you know, because like normally you get all kinds of people coming into the
Right.
hotel. You know, there's people who are pissed off because they're losing money in the casino.
Right.
There's happy people that are staying in the hotel with their
Because they're
families.
winning money in the casino.
Yeah. But for that 20-30 minutes, everyone's just gawking in the sky. You know,
So,
and it's kind of
Maybe
nice.
that is
like,
the patriotic thing, because like the fireworks act as an equalizer.
yes.
Everyone's kind of looking up in the sky and just
Mhm.
like, wow, like this fucking country is great.
Yeah.
The funny
There's Ray
thing
Charles playing on the radio. Like it was actually a pretty good night. Like,
Nice, good for you.
I liked it. Yeah.
It's funny that we light off fireworks because like the 4th of July, like I mean, I don't know, it's kind of like wasn't there like a huge war and like bombs going off, and that's what like the fireworks symbolize, like
Probably.
explosions and shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, why would we celebrate? Oh, bombs went off! Like let's light off fireworks.
Yeah.
Like,
Honor the
doesn't
bombs.
it seem kind of like rude to veterans and stuff? Like,
yeah.
but we're gonna make a little game out of them. Look, this one's a snake.
Yeah.
Like as a veteran, I'd be like, this is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I could see that connection. I don't know.
But I don't know any veterans from the 4th of July. Like,
Right.
I think, what did that happen
From
in the
America's
90s?
independence.
Was that in the 90s that 4th of July battle
Yeah.
happened?
I'd imagine more so the Brits being pissed off more than anything.
Yeah, because 4th of July is really a big
Like-
fuck you to Britain.
Yeah, it's like Happy Trader Day.
Yeah,
Like-
exactly.
Like,
It's like, oh, hey, remember when we wiped our asses with your faces? Like, that's what America's all fucking about,
yeah,
dude.
yeah, for sure.
But yeah. So 4th of July was it started off kind of shaky because I thought I was gonna have
Yeah.
to fight that guy. Like I don't have any fucking like
and then just like
lighters.
this meth face in your fucking face. Just
Yeah,
like,
dude.
what?
I don't get it. It's like I just start. You know how I get in the mornings.
Oh yeah.
I
God.
am not one to be fucked with. My least favorite part of my day is waking up.
I'm your best friend, and every time I wake you up in the morning, you call me like an asshole cunt. And,
Yeah,
Like-
because you are like if you wake up, unless the house is on fire, don't fucking wake me up.
Yeah.
If my car is being towed, don't fucking wake me up. Like, I don't want to be woken up under any circumstances whatsoever.
And I remember like one morning I just like knocked on your door and it was like 12:30 in the afternoon. And I was like, it's pretty safe to wake you up about now. I knock on the door and I'm like, Mike, you ready to get up? You're just like, get the fuck out of here. What are you fucking doing? Like I think he threw something at me. It's like, well, I'm fucking sick of this shit. Motherfucker. Like you were so angry.
I think I've calmed down quite a bit. That wasn't like
it was a couple years
that was
ago.
A few
it was a
years
couple
back.
years ago. I was like, want to go to lunch? I was like, I want to go fucking lunch. Are you fucking kidding me? You fucking asshole, twat, ass, fucking just like any curse that you could throw out there.
Once I got a girlfriend and like they would wake me up, like I really started calming down.
Yeah.
You can't treat people like that. I got that from my dad. My dad was the same exact way.
God.
Dude.
I have a story about waking your dad up.
Dude, the worst memories of school were like when I'd miss the bus, I'd have to wake up my dad and ask for cab
March
money.
into his room.
Fuck, dude. Like seriously, he would be less mad at me if I just stayed home from school that day and didn't wake him up. Like, and oh my god, like yeah, I just remember like having to like softly knock on the door. Like I just gotta be so gentle in this process. Like so what I would eventually do is I'd just sneak into his room, take a $10 bill out of his wallet, and then just get a cab. But that fucking sucked.
Yeah, God. I remember, the calling your dad, or actually no, calling you because the bus was gonna be. Wait, no, Steve was picking us up for the radio show. Yeah, so I was gonna call and let you know that like, hey, Steve's gonna be here in like 10 minutes. So I call your phone and you answer. And you're like, hello, and I'm like, hey, it's me. Like, we're gonna be there in like 10 minutes. Steve's picking us up, and then your dad picks up the phone as we're talking, and he's just like, it's 6:30 in the morning. What are you doing calling the house at this hour? And I was just like, I'm sorry.
Like,
yeah,
you didn't even have to answer it either because it's not like it kept ringing. Like, man.
We're already talking for like 30 seconds.
And then I heard the phone turn on. I knew I was in fucking trouble.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck.
And to your dad's credit, I actually really like your dad. Your dad's a cool guy.
Yeah, he is really cool.
Yeah, but like, and to your dad's credit, like the next day, he called me. He called me and he was like, "Hey man, like I'm really sorry." Like,
well, because we had a discussion when I got home that day. I'm like, Dad, you can't be freaking out. Like, I mean, like I have to go to school. Like things, people are gonna call sometimes. So he was like, "Yeah, I shouldn't have yelled at Dana like that."
Yeah, and he apologized and like he was like totally. He actually thought I was somebody else. He thought I was your sister's boyfriend who apparently called quite a bit in the morning. And
yeah, they were in that young teen love thing.
Yeah,
so,
and that I can understand being pissed off.
Yeah, he was
about,
a piece of shit, that little
yeah.
guy. I don't even remember his name, but I remember he woke my ass up a few times. And yeah, anyway, so yeah, I have a real issue in the mornings. I've gotten a lot better. Yeah. I really have. Like,
I don't feel as scared. Waking
well, I mean,
up
just
in
the
morning
other
when I'm
last
hanging
week
out.
when we recorded a podcast, you came and woke me up, and I was like, all right, just give me a minute, like just give me a second, let me do my thing, and then I'll come out and I'll talk to you.
Right.
But yeah, so I've calmed down quite a bit. But what were we originally talking about that led us to? Oh yeah, because like I first had woken up and I'm like, all right, I gotta get the car ready because I gotta check my coolant, I gotta check my oil.
Yeah,
like, I still do that kind of stuff. Like I'm not very mechanically inclined, but I can like anyone can check the fluids.
Yeah.
That's big on me. Car maintenance. That's also something I learned from my dad. But that's fucking boring. Let's talk about something else. So you're a bellboy at the mill.
Yeah.
Do you want to be a bellboy forever?
Not necessarily. No.
Well, I mean, I know you want to become a bellman.
Yeah, one day. It's my dream.
After your bellboy bar mitzvah.
Yeah, my bar mitzvah's not far off, and once that day comes, and when I become a man, then I'm gonna start setting some real life goals.
What's the Jew book they read during the bar mitzvah? It's like Jan Claude. I don't think they say long.
I think it's called the Jew book.
It's some kind of Hebrew Bible. Do you have to read like the conduct, like bellman conduct? Like you have to be like, and I will always give a blanket to the cold. And
yeah, we have the Holy Scripture that we read from, and it's
Holy Bellboy Scripture.
Yeah, it's like an hour-long thing where we just chant for like.
Can you bring your family, or is it like a private event?
Only you have to be invited by another bellman.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can't really just willy-nilly. Like I can't just ask you like, hey, come to my bellman bar mitzvah. Like it has to be like, for example, like my supervisor asking you like this is gonna be his day. Come to and celebrate with us.
Well, I'm waiting for that newsletter. I
Yeah.
can't wait to get that.
Yeah, I mean he knows of you, so I'm sure he'll get the invite. Yeah.
Yes, I can get on the VIP list.
Yeah, for sure.
Sweet.
Can't guarantee good seats, but
As long as I'm there. Is there
Yeah.
free blankets for everybody involved?
Yeah, we got free blankets and also Andy's mints. We have just kind of like put on all the pillows and everything.
I fucking hate mints.
Andy's mints. We keep a box of Andy's mints in the back of the break room.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to be for the guests, like putting them on the pillows and stuff. I've eaten like boxes of them
Oh my
by
God.
myself.
They're so terrible.
I love them.
I really don't like
good.
them. I don't think that mint and anything goes well together.
My chocolate mint.
Like
to
a
me
mint
is
on
awesome.
itself is cool. Like I
Yeah.
can do a mint after dinner. Great, fantastic. But mint mixed with anything else, except tea.
Yeah.
Mint mixed with tea is good, but like with mint with chocolate, get the fuck out of here.
I love chocolate mint. Like to me, I have to be in the right mood for it. Like
What mood is that? What elements in your day have to happen where you're like, you know what, a bowl of chocolate mint sounds good.
I guess deprivation of sugar
There you
would
go.
be because that's basically how it goes. Is I'll have a shitty lunch and then I'll just be like, I just need like something to turn me around, and I'll see those box of Andy's mints and I'm just like, this will do it, and I have a couple of them and I'm off and doing my thing. You know.
Do you remember those stupid York peppermint patties?
Those I hate. I
Those
don't
are
like
shit,
those.
too.
No, I don't, because they're like
at
weird
my work,
and creamy.
we have a
and-
charity box, and you put 2 quarters in, you take a York mint,
Oh,
and it's like that thing's been fucking empty since the day they put it in. Like nobody likes those. Like if they
Yeah.
was Snickers,
it's like Tootsie Rolls. You know,
Oh,
like
yeah.
fuck, who likes Tootsie Rolls? you
I don't know a single person who likes Tootsie Rolls.
No,
It's
they're-
not even chocolate. It's just like synthetic plastic mixed with flavor.
It's like the candy they had to eat in the Depression
Yeah.
and somehow like carried over, and nobody. It's like the people who were from that era eat it, and that's it. Like, and
Yeah.
how many of them are left? You know.
Hopefully they'll all die soon, so the Tootsie Roll will be absolved from.
Yeah.
Because like on Halloween, if someone gives me a Tootsie Roll, I just give it back to them.
Yeah.
Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Like,
Or I just, like melt it and like do something weird with it. That's one thing I actually did. One year for Halloween, I took all the crappy Halloween candy I got.
Yeah.
I ate all the good stuff. Like I ate all the Snickers, the Twix, and I put all the crappy Halloween candy in a pot and just melted it all together
What?
and just made one big shitty candy bar.
Oh my god.
And it somehow was good. Like
No, it was
I don't know how to
not.
explain it, but it was good.
I
like,
picture those fucking caramel apple pops being in there too.
Oh,
those
yes,
things are the fucking
yes.
worst.
It was buttermints, Tootsie Rolls,
Buttermints.
caramel apple pops. I think there's
Now and
probably
later's.
maybe some now and laters. I don't think I got now and laters. Those are rare. Like
Those are-
you
yeah,
really have to
thank
be a sick
God.
motherfucker to give those to a kid.
Yeah, like I'd rather take a razor blade and an apple than a fucking box of now and later's.
Yeah.
100% every day of the week.
Yeah.
I will take a razor
You know,
blade
it's
and an apple.
only thing worse than now and laters. Good and plenty's.
Fuck.
You have.
Yes.
God.
God damn.
I
That was
think-
a shitty candy.
I think you just assume you're a Nazi sympathizer.
It just tastes like licorice and asshole.
Yeah.
Like it's just the worst.
That's the two
combination.
flavors. 'cause
Licorice
isn't
and
it-
asshole.
Yeah, because isn't
Oh
it
my
two? Like it's the
God.
pink ones and the white ones.
I think they added black ones too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they're the fucking worst.
So it's pink. It's the pink one is just like vaginal discharge,
Ooh,
and then
yes,
it's
I
just
like that one.
yeah, and then it's asshole and then licorice.
They're
Licorice
so
is the equivalent
terrible.
of that taste.
Yeah.
It's like it's that bad.
Oh my god, yeah, it's the worst. And then now and later, just break your fucking teeth in half.
Yeah.
like you put an hour and later in your mouth. Like if you can chew on that thing, you have iron teeth. Like
Yeah.
oh man, I almost want to just end the show. I'm so depressed right now.
Yeah.
talking about and
God.
that's candy.
Yeah.
it's a treat. It's
Yeah.
a reward.
Well,
you
when we
know?
get to Halloween, we could talk about our favorite candy.
Yeah.
But let's save that for another time.
yeah, because we're like 8 months away.
Yeah.
Actually, my math is
We're
out
getting
there.
close.
We're actually like
We're
3
getting
months
pretty
away.
close. Yeah.
Dude, the holiday season is almost upon us.
We're getting into the slew of holidays.
Yeah,
you know?
because once September goes up, it's like it's all holiday avenue.
Yeah.
And as soon as September hits, you're gonna see the Halloween decorations, you're gonna see the Thanksgiving decorations, you're gonna see the Christmas
Fuck, we're
decorations.
gonna see Christmas decorations like next week. Like
Yeah. Oh, remember? Do you remember? No, it was Chloe. Chloe sent me a picture. Last year, it was around August or something like that. She loves going through the garden section of Walmart. She doesn't like going through the main door. She likes entering through the garden
yeah,
section.
it is kind of a more pleasant way to enter.
Yeah,
Walmart.
it really is. And so she goes through the garden section. Like, there's this huge fucking like 15-foot pallet, and it's all boxes of Christmas stuff. It's all labeled. And she sent me a photo. And this is like in the middle of August. She goes, Christmas has officially arrived. I just thought that was one of the funniest things she ever sent me. It was like, it's just this nasty ass, like just cardboard like,
box of Christmas
joy. No personality, but like it just has like written on it like Christmas decorations. Like in August, man.
God.
But
wow.
anyway, so 4th of July this year was a success. I got some exercise. I got a chaff ass. I got some barbecue. I didn't have to beat up any tweakers. Yeah. I'm a non-violent person, but when you push me far enough, like the Slipknot concert and like other, like I don't think you've ever seen me get down.
I don't think in person, but you've told me I've known you when you have.
Right.
Yeah, but
I kind of put all that stuff behind me.
Yeah.
Like you look at me, and I'm a big, funny, goofy guy. I like to joke around, and I don't want to say I avoid confrontation, but I avoid fighting. Yeah. Because there's no real reason to fight unless you're like being attacked. But
yeah, and I usually when we're hanging out, I usually try to be the one that diffuses.
Right, because sometimes like I'll just go nuts. Like someone will be like like egging me on or something like that. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, because I'm
like, dude, just ignore it, man. Like,
yeah, because I'm the type that stuff slides off me pretty easy. So like I don't.
Mainly, it's just people who are disruptive in movies, at concerts. Like anyone who's being a real jackass, it's like I gotta shut that guy up.
Yeah.
And because nobody else has balls is a problem. Like if somebody's ruining something, for example, when we went and saw the Who a few months ago, that one fucking idiot dude who just would not stop yelling. He was like 3 rows behind us. And the opening act of this. Okay, do you want to start the story? Then I'll just kind of interject some shit.
Yeah, well,
you want to talk about that asshole?
Yeah, well, should we just talk about the whole experience of going to the show, or just that one guy? Because I mean, we can have like a show where we talk about our concerts,
right? I just want to talk about that guy.
Yeah, get that out of the way.
Yeah,
so when we talk about, when we actually talk about the Who show,
I still think about that guy and get mad sometimes.
Yeah, me too, actually, because that really was over the top.
He was a piece of shit.
So if anybody who knows me knows that I love the Who. It's probably one of my biggest passions in life is that the whole discography, everything Pete Townshend's ever written. So going to see the Who is a pretty big deal for me.
And plus, they're kind of. No offense, but they're kind of on their way out.
They're calling this their last tour. Pete Townsend was a couple days out of his or away from his 71st birthday when we saw him. But anyway, we get there and we have pretty good seats. We're not like up front, but we have a pretty good view of the stage. We're like, yes, like this is all going in our favor. Like we're like a half hour out from the show and we're sitting down and we're so excited. And then as people are kind of filing in, it gets about 15 minutes before, and I can hear a guy kind of mumbling behind. You know
what started it? The first thing he said to me?
No.
Remember I was wearing that Pearl Jam shirt?
Oh, okay.
On the back it says 9 out of 10 kids prefer crayons to guns.
Uh-huh.
And he yelled at me. He was like, yeah, I prefer crayons to guns too. You remember that? You remember when he fucking said
asshole,
that?
Man.
So I turned around and I'm like, yep. And that's all I said. Yep. Like, So then a lady comes over to us, a lady who works at the venue, and she says, reminder, please, we know this is a rock concert, no smoking inside, don't light up your joints, don't smoke any cigarettes, don't vape. And like Roger Daltrey is like even like allergic to smoke.
Yeah, he's allergic to... He says specifically pot smoke,
right? And
so he'll like tell people like if you want to get high like to a Who show, just like bring brownies, like bring edibles.
Like, he goes, just eat it, don't smoke it, please.
Yeah.
So and then he goes, that guy yells, "How am I supposed to enjoy a rock show if I can't smoke dope?" And it's like nobody around him laughs. He's just being a loud asshole.
Yeah, and he keeps saying it to you even after she leaves. He's just like, I can't smoke dope at a Who show.
Yeah. I can't smoke dope at a Who show.
And then after that, once it's getting really close, like 5 minutes before, he just starts screaming, I want to see the Who!
Bring out the Who!
And then he keeps saying, I walk over my own mother to see the Who!
Oh, just being excruciating.
He's not with anybody.
No,
like,
he's by himself.
And I look back a couple times. He looks like a homeless man that snuck in.
Yeah, he had like a tie-dye shirt on, like ripped jeans.
And
like
this is a big headliner show. These are not cheap tickets.
No, they're definitely not.
Yeah,
I mean, like the floor seats for like $800.
Yeah, our tickets weren't that bad, but
they were in the hundreds. I mean, we paid what, $115 each.
Something like that. Yeah. And so he clearly, I mean, unless he scalped it for like a really low price.
Yeah, he might have, but that show was sold out.
Yeah,
I mean, those tickets weren't free.
It just baffled me how he got in there.
And that's probably why he was screaming, because he spent money on him. He's like, I feel entitled to.
Yeah, yeah.
So then the opening act goes on.
He took in all of his cans and just had
took
enough.
in all of his cans, sold all of his belongings.
God, and then he was just freaking the fuck out, but not in a good way, in like a really
just disruptive and like not funny, not cool, just like being a real asshole. Because most of the people around us were older, you know what I mean? So everyone just wanted to come, relax, have a good time. And this guy's just being a fucking disruptive. He's like in his 50s too. He's not a young person.
Yeah, just wearing a stupid Rolling Stones t-shirt.
Yeah, it was like a tie-dye Rolling Stones shirt or something like that.
And so then the opening act starts, and they're this British band called Sly Diggs, and they're really good.
They are really good.
Yep. And we were they pretty much just start like right away. They don't do much intro.
They didn't do like an intro or anything like that.
And it's a pretty loud show, but somehow this motherfucker behind us is piping through screaming, "Get off the stage! We want the Who!
We want the Who!" Oh my god.
And like nobody's like booing them or anything.
No, they're doing good. Like they're good musicians. Like most opening acts are but these guys are good.
Yeah, exactly. He's the only dumbass like that's screaming at them, and then he's just relentless. Every time they like pause between a song, they say this one's called, and then he's "Get off the stage! We don't want Sly Diggs. We want the Who!"
And the whole time I'm telling Danny like I should just fucking do it. Like, I should just go up there and just lay him out, or I should just tell him to shut the fuck up. Like, and Danny's like, dude, just relax. Like once the Who starts, we won't even hear him.
Yeah.
And like the whole time I'm just grinding my fucking molars. Like I'm just like, dude, like, and no one's saying anything.
Yeah. We're
surrounded by people, and no one has the balls to like tell this guy to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, because we're like 2 rows in front, so even if you did turn around, you'd have to climb over some people to get over to him.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, so I feel like it would have made it worse because he would have been more. I feel like it would have egged him on more.
Yeah.
And
there's always that risk, but I was sizing him up. I'm like, if he tries some shit, I could probably take him. Like,
yeah.
I'm just like,
you totally could.
I'm like flexing my like guns a little bit. I'm like, all right, yeah, I could do it. You know.
Yeah.
Like,
and luckily though, I mean, not luckily for Sly Diggs because he was yelling through their whole set.
Their entire fucking set, he was nonstop.
Yeah.
Eventually, he wore himself out so much where he just started yelling Pete.
Yeah, but that was during the Who though.
Yeah.
And luckily, even that it was only 3 songs in. Actually, no, it was during Sly Diggs. He was yelling.
Yeah,
Pete.
he was
That's
yelling,
right.
Pete!
That's right. Yeah.
Oh my
Pete,
god.
Pete. And then once the Who actually came on, thank God that they played "I Can See for Miles" early on in the set, because every time between songs he'd yell, "I can see for miles." And it's not like they're gonna hear you and go, "Oh, let's play that one.
Let's take a crowd request."
Yeah,
come on.
No, they're not gonna do that. And so finally they play "I Can See for Miles" about 3 songs in, and then he pretty much is done. Like
yeah,
he
just wore himself out.
Yeah, he wore himself out. Thank God. Because after
he
that,
completely ruined that opening act, though.
He did,
because I couldn't even focus on the band. I couldn't tune him out. Mm-hmm. It's like the way his like audio waves were projecting was like going straight into my ears.
Yeah,
like,
it's like a dog whistle, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Like where a dog just hones in on that, no matter how much noise there is.
Right.
It was like that, and
I just couldn't shake that dude, man.
Yeah.
It was really upsetting.
You need to in the description to this episode, you need to post the photo you took of him.
Yeah. I my own little revenge. I was like taking some photos of him and like doing some funny stuff with the photos. But,
yeah.
I actually on Facebook there's a group I'm a part of that's called like complaints. Like just people go to like complain about shit. And I posted a photo of that guy and I was like, I hate it when people like yell during shows, like, get off the stage, the opening acts. And it got like over 200 likes and like a bunch of comments. We were just like, I hate those motherfuckers. There's always one at every show.
Yeah.
And it's like the funny thing is that 9 times out of 10 those dudes are just drunk.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they're just drunk assholes, you know. That, like at the Slipknot concert I went to.
Mm-hmm. Might as well tell that story now.
Fuck, that guy was a piece of shit. So it's a metal show. I mean, it's a metal and punk show. You have this band called Beartooth. They're from Washington. They're like young kids, like doing this metal show. By young, I mean like they're in their early 20s. Mm-hmm. Then after them is Suicidal Tendencies. And like, you know, Suicidal Tendencies, legendary Los Angeles punk band. They do that song. One of their most famous songs is Institutionalized.
Yeah. God, I want a Pepsi.
I just wanted a Pepsi. Yeah.
Come on, Tony Stark, just give me a Pepsi.
Yeah, as featured in Iron Man.
A really confusing song choice, but
well, no, it's to show that Tony Stark has an edge. He listens to punk rock. You know, he's got an edge. Like his dad has millions of dollars, but Tony Stark's got a little goatee and edge. Like,
doesn't he tell Gwyneth Paltrow, like, give me a Pepsi?
Like bitch, give me a Pepsi.
Yeah,
like,
that's right.
I don't know if he says bitch. I think he does.
I think he's like trying to like, you know, be in a relationship.
Yeah, he's
with
like,
her,
he's
so,
like hammering like a Corvette too. He's like destroying this car and like listening to Institutionalized.
It's like, I'm smart and like just like destroying shit.
I'm gonna make a bomb. He's like destroying this Ferrari. Anyway, so I'm right in the front row. That's how I do shows. So there's the pit. I fight my way right up to the front. Never, ever, 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 like, not in the front row. So I get right up to the front, and the guitar player for Suicidal Tendencies is like 5 feet away from me. I can reach out and touch him, like, no problem. And you know, I know most of the lyrics to their songs. I'm a big fan of them, and like the guitar player like saw me like singing to their songs, like I knew their lyrics, and like he was smiling at me, like he was like giving me guitar picks. And like I had like 6 guitar picks, and I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. And they're custom guitar picks. They say ST on the front of them. Then on the back it has a guitar player's name. So it's like Suicidal Tendencies on the back has like Rick or whatever his name is. I can't remember. But so he's giving me guitar picks. And, like I have a pocket full of picks, and this fucking drunk asshole is like right behind me, and he's like yelling in my ear, like, I want a pick. And I'm just like, all right, like, yeah, he'll probably give you one, you know, because they're like between songs right now. And like the guy like starts like touching me. He's like touching my back. He's like rubbing me. Ugh. It's weird. It's really weird. I'm like, stop touching me. I'm like, stop touching me right now. He's like, I just want a guitar pick. I'm like, if I give you a guitar pick, will you leave me the fuck alone? This guy smells like shit. He just smells like BO and booze. Like, just literally like a homeless person. He just smells like piss, body odor, and booze. I'm like, if I give you a fucking guitar pick, will you fuck off? And he's like, yeah, man, I just want a pick. I saw him give you a pick. I really want it. And I'm like, Jesus, fine. So I give the guy a guitar pick. And he's like, I know you got more than that, man. I know you got more than that. And I'm like, dude, I gave you a guitar pick. Get the fuck off me. I'm starting to get really pissed. And people are looking at us. And there's a security guard literally a foot away from me, just over the barrier. Watching, I don't know if he's watching us, but he's like looking out into the crowd. And like I'm looking at the security guard, like, get this motherfucker out of here. Like, you see this guy? And like he's just like looking right past me. He's asleep or something like that. And the guy's still touching me on my face and like my neck and like my chest. I'm like, stop fucking touching me. And I'm like, I gave you a guitar pick, fuck off. And like people are like kind of like circling around us now because they feel like a fight's gonna start or something like that. And a couple of people are yelling like, get off of him, like leave him alone. And I'm like, I'm not taking much more of this. And I warned him. I said, dude, you need to get off me right now. I'm gonna hurt you. And he backs up a little bit. He backs up a couple of feet. And I'm like, I gave you a guitar pick. I didn't have to do that. Fuck off. Like, I fought all the way up to the front. I got here super early. Fuck off. Like, you're not in my spot. You're not giving you another guitar pick. You're not touching me anymore. Get away. Like, I'm getting like super pumped up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like yelling at him. And like, he's like, no, man, like you got a bunch of picks. I want your picks. And like, I'm like, okay. Like, I'm telling you, bro, like I'm telling you right now, you take another step towards me, I'm going to lay you out. That's just the way it goes. So I turn around and I'm just like trying to ignore the guy, and he's yelling at me. He's like taunting me. He's like calling me like a pussy and stuff like that. He's like, oh, big tough guy. I'm like trying to get the security guard's attention. I'm like, bro, like get this guy out of here. And the security guard is just like not doing anything. He's like looking around
just
at us.
Daydreaming.
Yeah, he's like looking at me and like looking at what's going on, but he doesn't like see anything. So and the guy's still yelling at me. So I turn around. I'm like, dude, last warning. Like get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna lay you out. I'm like, you take one step closer to me, because he's like, do it then. Do it. Like, lay me out. I'm like, take one step towards you, I'm going to lay you out. Sure enough, one step forward, boom. I just hit him right in the face as hard as I fucking could. Knocked him clean out. I haven't hit anybody in like 6 years. Like, I haven't been in a fight in a long time. So I was kind of worried. And he was probably in his 40s. He was a stocky, bald guy. He looked like a fucking skinhead, honestly. And like sure enough, he just walked right into it. As soon as I saw him just like inch his body forward, I'm like, I'm just going to do it. And like, as soon as he went out, like his eyes were open and he hit the ground, like was like looking straight up. I thought I killed him. I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, I didn't know I had it in me. Like,
killed a man
like,
at a Suicidal Tendency show.
Yeah.
That's so hardcore.
And like, there's like hardcore punk rock music playing and stuff. I'm just like, this is like out of a movie. I'm like, I really thought I fucking killed him, because he hit the ground. His head just smacked on the back of the concrete, God. And his eyes were just wide open. And people all around are just like, oh, and I'm just like, fuck. I'm like, I'm probably gonna get kicked out of the show. I'm probably gonna go to jail right now. And my hand is like busted open. I split him like right in between his nose and his lips.
Wow.
Just right on the button. And I'm like, well, at least I know I still got it in me. And like people all around are like, good job, man. Fuck that guy. And like also like the security guard hops over. And I'm like, I told you, dude. I fucking told you. Like, I tried telling you, like, get this guy out of here. And he's like, no. He's like, you did the right thing. Literally picks this dude up, picks up this passed out guy, hops back over the fence and just walks out. Like, walks down the aisle. And people all around me like pat me on the back and telling me like, good job. Like, that guy was an asshole. I'm like, where the fuck were you guys like when I was trying to defuse the situation?
Yeah,
you know?
right. Yeah.
Like, why didn't anyone like else like just like push this guy away? There's like so many of us. Like, why did you let it go that far? And everybody wants to see a fight, of course. But yeah, it was like, and I was like, for sure, I'm getting kicked out of here. Like, you can't hit somebody and get away with it. But no, I got completely away with it. And it's so funny because like another song ended, and like the lead singer, Suicidal Tendencies, is like, you gotta fucking stand up for yourself. He's like, you don't let people push you around. You don't take any shit from anybody. You stick up for yourself. You be your own person.
And you're just like, that's my
like,
life.
I'm just like, dude, like, yeah. And I was like, I'm sure like they saw the whole thing go down, but it's Suicidal Tendencies, dude. Like, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But yeah, dude, like laying that dude out was a good fucking feeling.
And you were with your friend too, right?
Yeah,
like,
I took somebody from work.
His mind was just blown when that
Yeah,
happened.
because at that point in time, I was his boss.
Yeah.
I was like his manager, and like, yeah, I invited him to come to the show with me. And like, yeah, he's like, oh my God. Yeah, I forgot to mention I took one of my employees from work.
That's awesome.
But dude, it's like, I don't like, I'm not a violent person. I put that way behind me. Like, I used to fight a lot in like high school and all that, and I'm over it. It's really pointless.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the same time, like, I have a little bit of a temper.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't like, I know that the guy was like going to step up and he probably wasn't going to hit me. He's probably just like going to yell at me some more. But I wasn't going to put up with it. I'm at a Slipknot concert. My adrenaline's going. I've been listening to hardcore punk music. Like, like, there's no way I'm just going to let this guy just like, you know, just fucking like
ruin it.
The cherry on top of that story, though, I remember is when I knocked him the fuck out and he hit the ground. He dropped the guitar pick, and somebody picked it up and gave it to me. Yeah, they're just like, "Oh yeah, he dropped this." I'm just like, "That's." I'm glad that's like, if there is a God, he was like, "You deserve this."
Yeah, I think he probably sent an angel down to pluck it from his pocket.
Yeah, that's exactly. Well, he didn't put it in his pocket; he had it in his hand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I guess when he hit the ground, he just dropped it.
Yeah, because I was gonna say like that's the only downside is that cock knocker got away with a guitar pick.
No, he didn't.
That's good.
Yeah, no, he didn't. Yeah, so it was. That was surreal because like when I was telling my girlfriend about that, I mean, she's never really seen me get aggressive before and all that. I mean, so she was like, you hit somebody? I'm like, I lost my cool. He was pushing my buttons. I didn't know if he was going to hit me. Like, yeah. So,
I could think of, you're actually like, I do like going to events with you, like movies and like shows and stuff, because I do know that you will be the one that takes action if nobody else does. And I actually have two good stories about that.
I think I know what stories you're gonna tell.
So I'll tell maybe we could just do these two stories. They're quick stories, and then maybe wrap up this episode.
I think we got plenty of time.
Yeah.
Well, you got a few minutes.
Yeah, we'll see. So the first one this was when we were in high school, and we had a I wouldn't call it like a article or like a series, but at the high school newspaper every month we would review a movie.
Right.
It was basically our thing to do like a dual movie review, where it's kind of like a Siskel and Ebert thing, where one paragraph was my review, one paragraph was your review, and then at the end we
concluded.
It's like we collaborate to do a conclusion.
Yeah.
And so every month we were going to see some movies, and we saw some good movies. This would have been like 2010, 2011. Around
no, I graduated in 2010, so it would have been the
2009, 2010. Yeah, because I think we did it 2 years.
Yeah.
And so I think in 2009, we went to see The Lovely Bones. And
The Lovely Bones.
Yeah,
nobody listening has seen that movie.
I don't think anybody listening.
I can't remember a single frame from that movie. Really.
I just remember Stanley Tucci being creepy.
And Peter Jackson directed it.
Yeah, it's Peter Jackson
the director
movie.
of the Lord of the Rings.
I think it was a pretty high profile movie at the time because it was his first.
And it was based on a pretty successful book, if I remember. correctly.
And people loved the book, and people who love the book hate the movie.
It was a hard movie to like. It was.
It's. I remember at the time I liked it, but it's been years.
I haven't seen it since we saw it in theaters.
But anyway, this was like a big movie at the time because it was after Peter Jackson's King Kong.
Right.
Loved King Kong. I still love King Kong. I thought I might even like his version more than the original.
The original's kind of boring.
I like the original, especially because I love the old stop motion effects.
Yeah, those are
Those
when
are
King Kong's
timeless.
on screen, the movie's great. Everything else, I just could give a shit less about.
Yeah. But so I was pretty excited for this movie, The Lovely Bones.
Right. And I remember
And-
somebody on the staff had read the book, like, oh, we can't wait to read your
Yeah,
review. Yeah,
that's right. And so we were sitting in the movie, and we were sitting like towards the middle, and then like what were they? Were they just like a couple, or just like some
Honestly,
high school
I cannot
kids?
remember this story. I don't
Yeah.
remember. I remember the other one, but I don't remember this
Yeah.
one.
So I
This
think
is
it
all
was
you.
I think it was a boyfriend girlfriend kind of thing, and they were about our age, and they sat maybe a little older. I think they were actually in their early 20s. They sat behind us, and you're probably like 17, 18.
Yeah.
And
Little punk ass.
yeah, and they're like they looked a lot older than you, and they just kept talking through the whole movie, and not like to themselves, like being like, "What do you want to
Talking
go?"
at the
yeah,
movie?
like no, more just like, "What do you want to go for dinner?" Like,
Oh, okay.
and it's like not even paying attention, and then sometimes they'd be like, "What's going on?" because they weren't paying attention,
Right.
And it was like 15 minutes of this shit, and we're just kind of like sitting there, and I'm not saying anything, but I'm kind of looking at you, and you're kind of looking at me, and we both know like this is gonna ruin the movie,
Right.
So
And we're there to review it, so we're really trying to pay attention.
yeah, and
This isn't like we're just casually strolling into a movie. I mean, we're
Yeah.
here on a mission.
exactly, and this is pretty like. I would say it's early on in our friendship, but like I haven't been in the situation with you yet.
Yeah, it's something that you got to get used to. for
Yeah,
sure.
and so I was getting kind of like uncomfortable of just like I don't know what's gonna
Like,
happen.
do I say something? Do I
yeah,
not say something?
yeah, and so I don't really know what you're thinking either, and it's getting to the point where like it's clearly they're not gonna stop. Like they just keep talking,
Right.
and it's like there's a lot of people in the theater, so I'm kind of hoping that somebody else will take action. But it's not happening, and then it gets to that point, and then you turn around and look at the guy straight in the face and just go, "Will you please shut the fuck up?" And
I didn't even say it nicely. That's how I said it.
No.
Will you please shut the fuck up?
yeah, you put the emphasis on fuck, like you really bit into the fuck, and he just like looks at you, and then you turn around. Not a peep in that theater for the rest of the movie from anybody in the theater. And,
You gotta take action sometimes, man. You gotta be the man who steps up.
and I remember at first like my heart was racing a little bit. I was just like, that was pretty intense, because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know you were gonna do that.
I didn't know I was gonna do it either.
Yeah, and so like after I calmed down a little bit, I'm really glad you did that. Because then I could focus on the movie, and I ended up enjoying it. Year down the line, 2 years down the line, actually.
Yeah, this is a funny fucking
Yeah,
story.
this
I love
is-
this. I remember this one.
Yeah. So 2 years down the line, you graduated. This was 2011. And,
So I'm not even a part of the review.
no, I remember it was just me. It basically transitioned where I was just doing movie reviews by myself on the
Right.
paper. And so the only thing playing.
It's like you would have reviewed anything else.
Exactly.
But it was like one of those weird weeks where like only one new movie comes out.
Yeah, it was literally like this or like
Oh, because our paper was a monthly publication.
Yeah.
So we had to be really careful in the movies we picked because we didn't want to do a movie that's a month old.
Yeah,
So
it had
our
to be
articles
new,
were always
like-
the ones that were last to be turned in because right before, like a couple days before we sent it to press, we wanted to review that movie.
Yeah.
And this was like the only one that would work out.
yeah, because it was a new release. It wouldn't have been that old when the paper came
Right.
out.
It would have been like maybe 4 days old.
It was DreamWorks' Megamind, and
Megamind.
and so basically, I'm just like I'm getting showtimes for this movie, and I'm texting you, and I'm just like, fuck, I don't want to see this movie. And I don't dislike animated movies. It's just
When
just
you're a late teen, when you're 18, 17, whatever, like you don't want to go see an animated movie.
yeah,
You know?
and especially not one by DreamWorks because they're kind of the more little kid.
Yeah,
type
for
stuff.
sure. And that movie
Like this-
sucks so fucking bad they didn't even make a sequel of it.
Yeah.
Like, that's how you know when a movie sucks. An animated movie won't even make a fucking sequel.
Yeah.
You know it sucked.
Yeah, for sure. And so I'm texting like I don't want to see this thing, and you're just like, I'll go with you. I think actually you didn't even offer. I was just like, please go with me.
Yeah, you asked me to
that's
please
right.
come with you.
And at first you're like, no.
I'm
But,
like, fuck that.
Yeah,
like, I'm
yeah.
not gonna go see that.
you know, it's just like, dude, just like we'll probably have fun, like just making fun of it.
Right.
And you're like, okay. And so I convinced you to do it. And we get there, and normally like we do with shitty movies, we're like want to sit in the very front row.
Yep.
And we sat in the direct front row, so basically we know we're gonna have like a neck cramp by the end
Oh,
of this.
yeah, for
Because
sure.
we're basically looking straight up as we're watching this
Yeah.
movie. And
Was it in 3D?
it was not. Well,
Okay.
it might have been, but
I don't
the
think
showing
we
we
saw
saw
it,
was 2D. And
That would have been too much.
Yeah, we saw Shrek 4D or whatever, or Shrek 4 in 3D.
We did go see Shrek.
Yeah,
4.
that was also for the paper. That was another time I conned you into going with me.
Yeah, because I don't remember writing a review for
Yeah,
Shrek.
that was one I think I did by myself. But so the movie starts. Actually, no, the trailers start, and then like a group of like I'd say 7 or 8 like middle school kids, I'd say,
Yeah.
file in behind us, and they all sit down, and they all got their popcorn and their candy, and they're crunching, chomping, talking to each other, texting, got their phones out. They're all like making dumb comments, like, got their hoodie sweatshirts on, just like
Right.
punks,
Just little punk kids.
Yeah. And
Here I am out of high school.
Yeah.
I'm like almost 20 at this point.
Yeah.
I have like a band of preteens behind me.
And so we're just sitting there, and it's during the trailers, so we don't care. But I'm kind of like, once the movie starts and they're still going on with this shit,
Yeah.
I'm kind of like looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I'm flashing
And
back.
I'm itching. I'm
Yeah.
just itching to freak
Yeah,
out. Like,
I'm flashing back to Lovely Bones, and I kind of look back, and I'm like, these kids are pretty young for that. And so I lean over to you, and I'm like, we're gonna have to like do something about this, but I don't want to be aggressive. I don't remember who came up with the idea. I think it was actually, I'll if you don't mind me taking credit, I think this is how it happened. I leaned over to you, and I was like, if you don't mind, can you please just ask them to be quiet in the most obnoxious way possible? And then you kind of look at me, and you got a big smile on your face.
I had a great idea.
Yeah. And so then you kind of start laughing, and they keep talking, and I'm waiting for it. I'm kind of looking at you, and you get up.
I remember. I think I took like a huge sip of my Coke right before.
yeah. You got ready, and you jump up. You don't get up. You jump up from your seat, and you're in the front row. So you're not only bringing attention to these kids, you're bringing attention to the entire theater. You jump up and turn around, and just basically you lean over, like you lean over the seats and put your finger on your mouth, and in like that stereotypical like be quiet pose, and you sling your other arm back. So you're basically just like at a 90-degree angle with your back just like slanted with your finger, and you're right in one of these kids' face, and you just as loudly as possible just go and then as quickly as you jumped up, you as quickly swung back around and sat back in your seat. And I think they were so surprised by what just happened, they didn't say anything for a second. But then one of them really quietly just said, "He spit all over me." And then they didn't say a fucking word.
I
to
shut
the
those
rest.
rascals down. Yeah, God, yeah, and I did. I saw the saliva just going everywhere.
You just even in me just demoing that, I covered this table. with
Right.
spit.
My face is wet.
So yeah, so with you doing it like full blast with a Coke, like
I had like soda in my mouth. I was like, just spit everywhere.
Oh God, I think for like the next 10 minutes we were laughing, not
we
even at the
couldn't
movie.
Stop laughing. Yeah, it was incredible.
Yeah.
But it's like, I hope that fucking kid, he's got to be like 20 now. I hope he fucking remembers that for the rest of his life. You can't be an asshole in public and expect
No.
someone not to take care of it.
Exactly.
And I hate being that guy, but
nobody else will do it.
nobody will. Everyone's so fucking sheepish, you know? And
Well, we're living in very politically correct times.
yes.
When somebody disrupts that, I feel like it's like there's a barrier between like, well, they shouldn't be like that. Why are they being like that?
Right.
And they don't want to, especially this is how I think, I don't want to be the one that steps out of my shell to call attention to it, because I don't want to bring conflict to a
Right.
situation. I just hope things will get diffused. Sometimes there have been a few times where I actually have like turned around and asked somebody to be quiet, and usually it's okay.
Right.
Because normally I usually do it more in the sense that like they're talking and don't realize they're being loud, and I'll just be like, hey, can quiet down a bit.
Right.
And it's
Just how fucking disrespectful is
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
You know, and movies aren't cheap, dude. I mean, the average movie ticket is like $13 now.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't-
yeah, like movies aren't cheap, and I'm not here to hear your fucking commentary,
Yeah.
whether you think this is a good flick or not.
I wanna
Shut
hear-
the fuck up, put your cell phone away, be a fucking human being, and watch a goddamn movie.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's kind of like why, and we're in the age of Netflix now, where it's like it's so discouraging knowing that, you know, people might not go to movie theaters anymore, knowing that you're just going to get a shitty audience.
Right.
Like, why share a movie theater with a bunch of loud assholes when you can
Right.
just wait for it to come to Netflix?
I mean,
and
I
watch
haven't
it by
seen
yourself.
a movie on premiere night in like 2 years.
Yeah, exactly.
I won't go just because
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna be surrounded by fucking idiots.
Yeah, exactly. The last time that I really felt like it was for a new movie, because we go to a lot of movies, and but they're usually like reruns, like, or second run pictures, where it's like, oh, they're playing Stunt Rock from 1970,
Right, yeah,
and
yeah.
so the people that show up to see that movie are like the people who want to see it, you
Right,
know?
because like, wow, like, you know, this is like an old B movie, like this is
Yeah.
gonna be a great experience, you know. And they,
Yeah.
it's funny because those shitty movies that play, not that Stunt Rock was a shitty movie, but you know what I mean. Those kind of B
Yeah,
movies,
yeah.
movies that are like a part of a grindhouse.
Yeah.
Those audiences are so fucking respectful.
Yeah.
You don't hear a cell phone. You don't see a screen.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody talks unless they're like exclaiming of what they just
Yeah,
saw.
like-
Like, oh my god, you know, like you'll hear stuff like that.
Cheering when something awesome
Yeah, like
happens.
people
That's awesome,
reacting to
yeah.
a movie like that, and that's when I feel ingrained. That's when I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
But when you're like, oh, that was, what just happened?
Yeah.
What?
When you have your face in your fucking phone, and and then, you know, Batman said destroys something, then you look up and you missed it, so you have to ask what happened.
Right. What happened? What did you do?
Yeah.
Speaking of Batman, I was in China for a
That's- yeah.
fucking month, dude,
Yeah.
and I almost got into a fucking fist fight. Okay, my time in China, I
We'll do a China episode.
We should.
but yeah.
but the entire time I was there, never once did anyone ever give me any shit.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was super cool, and I went to like a criminally infested, dank, dark, smoky pool hall
Mm-hmm.
where like these dudes were like literally like, you know, they had like guns and shit. You know, it's like I was fucked up. I was like stumbling drunk, and I'm playing pool with these fucking triads, and and they're being super respectful and nice to me, and like they're like super nice, and I'm just like this drunk American. They could totally like mug me, but no, everyone was super cool. Then I go to a movie theater, and we go and see on premiere night. We had a 15-year-old with us, not from America. We met a 15-year-old Chinese kid, badass kid. I love him to death. He's actually one of my friends on Facebook now, and we talk and all that. But it was one of our last nights in China, so we're like, hey, do you want to come? Batman versus Superman comes out tonight. You want to go see it? And he's like, yes, like I've been wanting to see this so bad and all that. So we get there.
Little did he know the disappointment to come.
Yeah, God. So in China, these are stadiums. They're auditoriums that have hundreds of seats. It's a completely full house. Hundreds and hundreds of people are in this movie auditorium. And the screens are like 2 football fields long. Like they're even bigger than IMAX screens.
Wow.
They're amazing. So we get there and it's fucking crowded. There's hundreds and hundreds of people there. We sit down and like the movie's going pretty mediocrely. And like people are talking. Like it's just like, why is everybody talking? Like everybody's talking. And like I just like the whole time I was like, I can't fucking believe this. Like I can't believe that an audience is like this. And like everyone's literally full on conversing.
One of the most anticipated movies of the summer, and people are not paying attention
Not
to it.
at all, not at all. And like for like the first 45 minutes of that movie are pretty uppity, like bam, 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 all shit's happening, shit's blowing up, Batman, Superman, blah blah blah. And then like there's this one moment in the movie that gets really slow and really sad. And for the people that have seen the movie, it's like it has to do with Bruce Wayne's mom and Superman's mom. It just gets like kind of sad. And like it's the only time in the movie where I'm like, this is actually kind of good. Like this emotional scene. Like everything else has been pretty shitty. I kind of like this scene. Bring. A dude like 2 seats down from me gets a fucking phone call and takes it. He takes it. And I mean, I can't speak Chinese. And then he hangs up like a minute later. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And like, it's like still like the scene is like about to have like its big reveal, the big climax of the sad scene. Bring, like takes the fucking phone call again. And so to my left is the 15-year-old kid we took, and then to his left is the asshole on the phone. And I can't speak Chinese, so I say to the kid, I'm like, can you translate something for me? He goes, what? And I go, tell that guy to shut the fuck up. He goes, you want me to say it just like that? And I'm like, yeah, tell him to shut the fuck up and get off his phone. So he's like, you really want me to say that with the F word? I'm like, yeah, I don't care what happens. Like, tell him right now. He's like, okay. So he translates to him, shut the fuck up, get off your phone. And the guy starts yelling at the kid. And then I point at the guy, and I'm like, no, shut the fuck up. And he knew what I meant then. Like, I was like, don't yell at him, shut the fuck up, get off your phone. And the guy's like, closes his phone, puts it in his pocket. I'm like, just watch the movie. Like, and like,
be a good boy.
Yeah. And like my Chinese friend is translating. He goes, blah, 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 blah. It's like, watch the movie. And like he's all getting into it because I have his back, you know what I mean? And no one's gonna fight me. I'm a 6'1", 300-pound sumo wrestler from America.
And
like,
you stick out in that country.
Oh,
like,
yeah, for sure.
Like,
I mean, like, the seat came up to, like, my middle back. So, I mean, the person behind me can't see shit anyway. I look like Shrek. Like, it's like sitting behind Shrek, dude. Like, I mean, like, yeah, literally, like, I'm crammed into this tiny fucking seat. I have hundreds of Chinese-speaking people around me. I'm trying to watch this shitty Batman versus Superman. I got a fucking idiot on his phone next to me. I'm sandwiched between my girlfriend, a 15-year-old, and a retard. You know, like, God. So yeah, and like sure enough, dude, he puts his fucking phone away, and like I was like, I wonder if he's gonna fight me after the movie. Like, I wonder if he's gonna try to start some shit. As soon as the credits say, he bolted up. like I was pissed, dude. I could have picked him up out of the seat and like thrown him. I was so fucking mad. He was like 3 feet tall. Like, oh my god.
There's some advantages to traveling to being a big guy and
being a
traveling
big white
to China.
person can come to your advantage.
Yeah.
But all right, this has been Half Pod with Travel. I'm Mike Milan.
I'm Dana Henson.
Shut the fuck up when you're watching movies.
That's the moral of the story.
All right, guys. See you in 7.